I spent 10 hours learning how to play these little freaking hacking son of a...
Occupy. A battle to the death for control of roughly 80 square meters?
Shut up, Hamilton! I'm just gonna say this like this. They're my favorite faction because Sebastian, the main dude, he's Canadian, so that's sick. After playing this faction for 10 hours, I won't lie, this faction's very good at being annoying. Ooh, what a stank! The abilities, the passive, the ultimate, everything that I will get onto in just a second is super good. That it's just good. Now, I won't keep you guys waiting for too long. Let's get on to the abilities of the DEDSEC. The passive ability for the DEDSEC is called the Fabricator. The passive basically makes it so that DEDSEC is the only faction in the game that can regenerate its gadgets. After using this, I won't lie, it's really fun to use. And the good part about it is there's a lot of options you can use for grenades. The top two picks I could give is Semtex and Proximity Mines, but you could also run frags, you could run anything, and it would be just fine. The reason why it's so good to use is because usually if you're running any other faction, you use one grenade, you have to die before you can reuse your grenade. With the DEDSEC, you could reuse your grenade as often as you want. Now let's get on to the fun part. Let's get on with the DEDSEC abilities. Let's start with the ability that's in the background gameplay right now. It's called Hijack. This ability is basically the no you of XDefiant. You see a Phantom Shield? No you. You see a Spider Bot? No you. You see a Libertad? No you. The only flaw I have with this thing is that it's so situational. I mean, there's going to be games where I can't even use the ability because there's no Phantom Shield or there's no Libertads that place down anything. It's really annoying. But I'm still a strong believer that when XDefiant adds in more factions, this ability is going to be really good because there's going to be so many new things to hack, especially with gadgets as well. So we can't sleep on this too early. The best thing you can do to try and use this to the full potential is look at the team comps before the game and see if there's a lot of things you can hack. If you see that there's a lot of things you could hack, good, keep it. If not, I suggest you either switch abilities or you just switch factions completely. Because although the passive and ultimate are very much worth it, the fact that you're going to be playing basically with no ability is kind of scary. With that being said, the next ability that's on the list is the Spider Bot. This son of a is the most annoying thing on the planet. Here, let me read you guys this description. Deploy a Spider Bot that will target and stun the nearest foe via face hug. So you're telling me there's a robotic spider out there that is chasing me around and that is going to jump on my face when it gets me. This ability is by far one of the most broken abilities in the game due to the sole reason that this Spider Bot can be thrown anywhere and it's going to hit anyone it finds. A good nerf they could do to the Spider Bot to make it more, I guess, fair is that they make it so that the Spider Bot has a shorter lifespan. But right now this thing lives until it finds somebody or it dies. So it's way too broken right now. Later on in the gameplay I do switch to the Spider Bot. So if you guys want to see how it works, you just stay till the end of the video. But basically all you do is when it's off cooldown, you drop down your Spider Bot. The Spider Bot runs around. It finds somebody. It face hugs them. Then you kill them. Simple. When it's to the point that it's banned in pro play, you know there's something broken about it. Now let's get on to the best part of this kit. This Ultra is by far the best in the game, in my opinion. The ability name is called Lockout. Basically what it does is that it hacks everyone on the map for at least one life. It sounds very simple, but trust me, this thing is good. A hidden detail is that this ability is able to deny ultimates, remove every gadget, every ability on the map. It's broken. You've never experienced happiness when you just pop this ability and you see on your face denied ultimates or denied abilities. It's so nice. This ultimate is simple yet deadly. If you have a team that is super comprised of Phantoms and Libertads, this ultimate is going to deny them all. It's really good. The only flaw that I have with this is the kill potential of the DEDSEC is incredibly low due to the gadgets not being able to deal much damage. So you won't get your ultimate very often in this game unless your gun skill is really good. The reason why I say this is because, for example, Phantoms, their shields, if people shoot at their shields, it's going to give them ultimate charge. For DEDSEC, there's nothing that gives you ultimate charge. So this is why they get the ults the least out of every faction in the game. But when used right, this ability can deny so many things that it could really change the tide of a game. Just imagine this. Imagine you're playing on Libertad. You worked so hard to get your ultimate. You place it down and poof, gone. I would 1000% grab my keyboard and smash it over my face. But other than that, these last 10 hours that I played with this faction, was really eye-opening. I never thought that I was going to like DEDSEC so much, but I guess I was wrong. Although I had to work way harder to get my kills off my gun skill, the good part about the kit is just how much impact you have on the map. To being able to hack from across the map, to being able to put down a spider bot to help your team, this thing is the #1 support behind the Libertad. Now, what is my overall rating on the DEDSEC? Putting everything together, the abilities, the passive, and the ultra, DEDSEC is really, really fun, but it's very, very boring. Now, what I mean by this is that if there's a perfect game, like there's a lot of phantom shields, a lot of things you could hack, DEDSEC is really, really fun. Now, if the opposite is the thing where there's nothing to hack, and the opponents play really, really far away, so your spider bot is rendered useless, it's really difficult to have fun on this class. Now, if I put these guys on a tier list, I would easily put these guys at C tier. The reason is that you need to have the perfect game to be impactful, and if you don't have the perfect game, you're not going to have fun, and you're not going to be able to impact the game well unless you get your ultimate. So that's the end of the Hacker Boys. It's a very good class. I really recommend it if you guys want to take the time and learn them. And when used against Phantoms, probably the most popular faction in the game, it's a really good counter for them. So yeah, these 10 hours, they're going to easily turn to 100 to 200 because DEDSEC is just so much fun. Now go hack some kids.